En un mundo cada día más global, las personas han dejado de tener fronteras y el inglés se ha convertido en una herramienta de necesidad indiscutible para los empleados de todos los niveles.
Once a year, American families get together to enjoy turkey, pumpkin pie, parades, and American football. Thanksgiving is a major holiday celebrated in the United States on the fourth Thursday of November. It has been celebrated as a federal holiday every year since 1863. On this day, all government offices, businesses and schools close. It is a national holiday. Black Friday is the Friday following Thanksgiving. However, it is only a holiday for some states.
The traditional meat at Thanksgiving is turkey, stuffing, and different vegetables. You will also hear Americans talking about jams. Jams are like starchy root vegetable widely grown in America. Many cities and towns hold a Thanksgiving parade. The most famous one is the Macy Parade in New York City. This event lasts 3 hours, and you can see future floats, costumes, and helium balloons of famous cartoon characters. Thank you.
We are Rosa Maua and Ana Castro, and we are here and we are going to talk about a news that took place in Latin America. The Pope's trip to Cuba. Pope Francis delivered Sunday Mass and met with the ex-president Fidel Castro. Pope Francis delivered Mass on Sunday at the Revolution Square in Cuba's capital. There were 200,000 people. Following the religious service, the Pope met with the ex-president Fidel Castro. After the Mass had finished, Francis met with Castro and the ex-president's home. Francis and Castro exchanged gifts and discussed humanity issues. Francis visited the Organization of the United Nations on this occasion.
The trip to Cuba started Day 19 and ended the 28th of September. The people of Cuba called the Pope Francis the Mission of Mercy or the Missionary of Love. Francis rounded off this trip by traveling to USA, one of the most difficult and delicate trips he had yet to go on. Thank you.
In 2016, Chinese citizens can start having 2 children. In the past, Chinese could only have 1 child. People normally want to have boys because when the parents get older, the boy can work for his parents and provide for them. When Chinese have a baby girl, they don't want it, so they sell them a baby, abandon it, or give them up for adoption.
Now in China they aren't enough women, so they are not enough couples to have children. Now they want to have girls because they need to repopulate China. For this reason, the government says that starting in 2016, families can start having 2 children. But no more. This will help repopulate China and help parents when they are older and need their children to take care of them.
Thank you for hearing us.
Good morning. Our news is about Africa. El Niño is a psychical phenomenon that causes havoc worldwide. What is the origin of phenomenon of El Niño? Its name refers to the baby Jesus because the phenomenon occurs around the Christmas time in the Pacific Ocean on the west coast of South America. El Niño was the most intense in 1997 to 1998. Experts believe that this year will be one of the worst years ever.
African countries are not prepared for El Niño, as children may be hit the hardest according to the United Nations. El Niño is already causing floods and droughts across Africa. In Kenya, residents living along riverbanks and coastal areas have been asked to move. It can also cause droughts in other areas, however. At least 20 million in the Great Horn of Africa are at risk of food insecurity because of the drought. In South Africa, water restrictions have been put in place because of the drought that has killed livestock. Changes in temperature and rainfall can increase cases of malaria, dengue fever, cholera, etc., which are major causes of child fatalities in Africa. Authorities are worried of the fatal results that could come from it all. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. We are here to talk about Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest started in Germany in 1810 to celebrate the marriage of Prince Ludwig of Bavaria. Since then, it has become an annual traditional celebration that takes place for 16 days. Oktoberfest is a fun time for everyone in the family. This year, Oktoberfest took place in Munich from September 21st to October 10th.
There are different celebrations during these days. For example, Tuesdays are family days, which mean races and games, cutlets. The first Saturday with the coming of the Windswide, the Oktoberfest is officially inaugurated and at 12 o'clock the mayor opens the first barrel of beer. On the first Sunday, there is a parade that goes from the Maximilianeum to the square where the festival takes place. The second Sunday, you can go to a concert outdoors performed by all the Oktoberfest bands in which more than 300 musicians participate.
Good morning from France. World mourns attacks in Paris. Paris was hit by these two well-trained and equipped terrorist cells in a coordinated attack on 6 or 7 soft targets on the last Friday night. The attack that took the most lives, over 120 according to a High French, was the assault on the audience for the musical performance by the Eagles of Death Metal at the Bataclan Hall. 4 assailants shot the audience with members with machine guns.
The cowards also shut up a Cambodian restaurant, and they set up bombs outside a soccer stadium and commit carnage elsewhere. On Saturday morning, details about the attackers began to emerge. The terrorist group known as Islamic State took responsibility for all the attacks imposed online.
A Spanish doctor declared legally dead in 2010 has been found living in a tent deep in the forest of Italy. Carlos Sánchez Ortiz de Salazar, now 47, disappeared from his home in Seville in 1996. After nothing was seen or heard of him for 14 years, he was legally declared dead by the Spanish authorities. But 2 weeks ago, a man claiming to be Carlos was found by 2 mushroom pickers who stumbled across his camp in a thickly wooded hillside in Tuscany. The mushroom pickers found a trail of plastic bottles, which they followed until they stumbled across the camp of a man who reportedly had a dirty face and a large beard. The man said, "I'm Spanish, my name's Carlos, and I have been living here since 1997. I don't want to live among people, and now that you have found me, I have to get out of here." But before Carlos packed up his camp, he pulled out a battered, faded, and long-expired passport bearing the name of Carlos Sánchez. The group managed to snap a photo of his passport with their smartphones.
Using the photos, the 4 years were able to notify the authorities about the man presenting the goods as well as the missing person association. The authorities quickly tracked down his family. "That's him, that's our Carlos," sobbed his parents when they saw the photo of his passport. "He is alive, and that is the most important thing," they told journalists. On Saturday morning, Carlos has done as promised and moved his camp. "There was no sign of him," said the disappointed mayor of Escalino. "Who knows if we will find him again? We respect his will and his freedom, but we are not leaving until we have held him in our arms again," his mother Amelia said. It is not now how he managed to survive in the woods for so long, but authorities are still looking for Carlos.
Big Ben needs £40 million to save the bones. The bones of Big Ben, the world's most famous bell, are said to fall silent for 3 years because the urgent need for up to £30 million of repairs of the clock tower. The landmark, completed in 1859 and a focal point of New Year celebrations in Britain and all around the world, in such a bad state that is ready to fail, according to a Westminster truth.
Officials say that 3 years of restoration program needs to begin soon and they cannot wait. So they have to put money because Big Ben is a special monument of London.
Hello, we are Carmen and Araceli, and we are going to talk about the sites of Orce in Andalucía.
The Institute of Human Paleontology and Social Evolution says that the archaeological site of Orce in the province of Granada, Andalucía, are the most ancient sites with human remains of Western Europe. The presence of human remains and the absence of pea fossils shows us a chronology higher than 1.2 million years and lower than 1.8 million years.
The experts say that this area of the southern of Spain is more ancient than the site of Atapuerca in Burgos. Archaeologists have managed to confirm this through the discovery of human remains but not of pig fossils. One of the archaeologists that is working on this project says that the pigs disappeared during more than 1 million years ago, so this is another proof of how old these sites are.
Today we still don't know how this happened, but scientists are working on this strange fact. And they are also working on preserving other exceptional animal species which only exist in the east of Africa a million years ago. This discovery is very important to our country. Thank you.
Good morning, we are
Ines
and Paloma from Orvalle School, and we are going to talk about a protest that was organized by CSIF to stop the independence plan of Catalonia. CSIF called public employees of Generalitat to a march for the 6th November in Barcelona, against the sovereignist process. The protest started at 10 p.m. at the Business Employment Department on Selbupeda Street at the same time as the meeting of Generalitat.
CSIF said that the public employers are worried about the sovereignist process. CSIF advised employees feel pressures because they are breaking the current legality. The employees know that we are in defense of the law, and if they have any problem, we offer legal advice, said the representative of the union in Catalonia, Joan Escanilla. The union director said that the current law, which includes all public workers, needs to follow the law.
CSIF claims that if public workers stop working, they will destroy the states and the different autonomic communities. Thank you.
Hello, we are Lucia and Blanca, and we're going to talk about Santiago Way. For hundreds of years, pilgrims have trekked Spain's way to Santiago of Compostela, believed to be where St. James is buried. But this year, pilgrims have a police escort for up to 18 miles, with a team of 5 civil guard police officers on horseback. This is because 4 months ago, Denise Thiem, a 42-year-old woman from Arizona, disappeared in the town of Astorga, while she was walking along the French Way, the most popular pilgrim's route. On April 1st, Denise spoke to her family on Skype, and it was the last time they would hear from her. Her relatives and friends said that the search has been filled with frustration and one last hope after another. Her disappearance has prompted others to come forward with their own stories of being threatened along the route. In June, civil guard officers said that they were looking for a man who believed to have attacked an American and a Dutch pilgrim along the route. The man had pulled up the woman into his car and tried to abduct the woman. They were able to fight off with their walking sticks, but luckily now the way has become more secure for future pilgrims on their way to Santiago. Thank you.
Hello, I am Cristina, and traffic limit to 16 km per hour on this road, causing childbacks in key areas. Madrid suffered traffic restriction imposed by the city council in bid to try and reduce the high level of pollution that have plagued the Spanish capital in recent days. Entire roads into the center are suffering long delays, although for now the same volume of traffic is being registered. The measures have been taken after 11 stations on the 24 in the city relieved nitrogen dioxide levels above the limit of 290 micrograms per square meter. Nitrogen oxides can cause respiratory irritation and provoke asthma attacks, so authorities are worried about the effects on the health of the citizens. If the high level of pollution continues, no resident will not be allowed to use parking meters in the city. They will only be allowed to use underground parking lots. The council has imposed a speed restriction of 70 km per hour in the M13 and on other roads. This is the first time that these measures have been put into effect in Madrid due to the lack of train and excessively good weather conditions. Authorities hope the high pollution level will drop soon. Thank you.
Recently, Spain has experienced much economic difficulty. For this reason, the structural security of buildings has decreased with time. An example of this was the collapse of two buildings in last August. One of the collapsed buildings on Brown Murillo Street collapsed on Tuesday, 18th of August. The firefighter received a call at 4 p.m. from a neighbor saying that he had seen cracks in the building. When firefighters arrived, they saw that one of the buildings was unstable, and they decided to evacuate the residents of the building before they collapsed.
The other one was a building housing in the street of Carabanchel in Madrid that collapsed on Monday, 3rd of August 2050. Shortly before 4 a.m., the neighbors began to feel tremors and hear noises. He alerted fire service that something was wrong. There was cracks on the walls, debris on the bathroom floors. This was because a pillar holding the building had been hasted. The building was falling more and more. Neighbors called the fire service who evacuated all the people. Where around 9 a.m. the building collapsed.
This proved that Spain should increase the amount of money used so buildings are safe to live in.
How to save energy. A UK company invents a battery that saves energy. Dyson, the UK company, famous for its bagless vacuum cleaners, has acquired Michigan-based solid-state battery startup Saxi3 for $90 million and announced plans to build an important $1 million battery factory to mass produce the next generation battery technology.
This is the second most important battery technology acquisition in a short period of time. Bosch has recently bought CO. To bring their battery technology to market, solid-state batteries are thought to be a lot safer than common
once and could have more potential for higher energy density, but we have yet to see a company capable of producing it at a large scale and at an attractive price.
The Volkswagen scandal has put the spotlight on the German company and has sparked a crisis in the automobile sector. Volkswagen faces a multi-million-dollar penalty for installing in their cars software able to avoid the emission limits, as the US agency in charge of environmental protection has discovered. The EPA has determined that their cars emit more pollution that is allowed up to 40 times more.
The Department of Justice USA has opened an investigation to determine whether it is criminal conduct or not. Numerous individuals have already taken legal actions in various countries, including Spain. Government, environmental, and customer associations have also initiated an investigation against Volkswagen for what they've done.
Ready, set, shop. China's bargain hunting shoppers spent billions on Wednesday, smashing records on Singles Day. The annual online shopping festival, China's version of Cyber Monday, is the biggest single day of shopping anywhere in the world. This year's blowout featured more than 6 million products from 40,000 brands, Americans, and 30,000 brands from 25 countries such as JD.com, Macy's, Costco, Apple, and Nike, offering deals on everything from sneakers to smartphones. The
24-hour sales is expected to generate 40% more than the last year. Many delivery services hire thousands of temporary workers to each department, but some experts have said that the one-day shopping blowout is gradually having less of an impact on China's online sales. As more Chinese go online, internet shopping is becoming a regular event rather than a special occasion.